Welcome back, Roamers!
Woo! Okay, so
Oh,
I'm just get back into it. No.
Welcome to our
book club.
book club.
Book
We didn't
club.
come up with a cool name for it,
No,
so we just
not yet. It's
the
brewing.
Phantom Roamer Book Club.
Yay! With your host Isabella
And Emmy.
Yes.
Now we wanted to keep the book club a surprise, so we didn't announce what we were going to be reading this month, but we will be. For future.
Yes, for future. Yeah, we already are planning for future months.
So make sure to follow us on Instagram and all that because we'll post on Instagram mostly because, TikTok in and out.
No, real. TikTok is like every type of situationship, very unstable. So I think it's best.
That's so true.
That's a toxic situation.
Toxicity for real.
But yes.
Do you want to explain the book club? Kind of just.
Like why we did it. So I would say, the main reason why we wanted to do a book club, more like a why not. We enjoy reading, and not only that, it kind of puts discipline on us just to read in general. Somehow make time for it, and also keeps us like, what's that called? Like, not on guard, but like it's it's making sure that like, okay, are you reading? Like keeping
us accountable.
Okay. Thank you. It's keeping us accountable. But what's kind of nice about this book club is like. This is not the only books that we read on our own. Like we're not gonna read just one book a month. This is just one that we want to share with you guys and really talk about it with you guys.
So basically, we'll be doing a book club when the time is right. Because doing one a month is already a lot on top of our main video and possibly doing screen sips or a Roamers React if the time is right.
Yeah.
But yeah, we do want to do. Well, we should just give a little spoiler of what our next book is gonna be.
Yeah. So for the month of February, February, yeah. So we're in January.
This is coming out in February, like this video you're seeing. Yeah. But we are going to be reading in February.
Fourth Wing. We are really, really excited. I would say now I'm really behind in that universe, that fandom. Like
same. Yeah. I haven't read any. I've only been in like the Sarah J. Maas of fantasy. I haven't explored beyond her, so we're excited.
We are really, really excited,
and especially with Onyx Storm that just came out, which was the third book.
The third book that came out.
Girls collaborating each other at Target.
Love it. So I think this is really exciting for us. So we will be reading that for the month of February and giving our reviews and stuff. So
if you want to read along,
yes.
We have a friend who's gonna read. She's starting Fourth Wing, Dyra.
Yes.
She was on our Wicked episode.
Yes.
And if you want to read along, please do, because just no spoilers.
No, please, no spoilers.
Until
guys.
The video comes out.
Of course.
Yes.
But that's also another thing with all these book reviews. We will be giving spoilers to an extent. When it comes to standalone books like these, or just any standalone book in general, not just romance, we will be talking about spoilers. I mean, that's kind of the fun part about the romance books that we will be reading.
And it also
they're gonna end up together.
And it allows us to like give our full thoughts without having to like skeeve around it. Mm-hmm. So you're right. Obviously, for series, we don't know what's to come, so just don't spoil it for us.
Correct. Yeah.
But
yeah. So I would say that we can just get right into.
So the book that we read for this month, we were like, let's do something romancy because it's coming out in February and whatever, Valentine's Day. Nobody cares. St. Valentine, nobody cares. I'm just kidding. So we decided to do an author that I have already read some of her books before, but Issa hasn't. And I've been recommending a bunch of the ones I have read. So we did Betting on You by Lynn Painter.
Yeah.
She is a New York Times bestseller.
Yes, very, very good. But yes, I did not know much about her. She's also written books better than the movies.
That's the one I told. That's the first one I read. That's my favorite one. Even after reading this, I've read three of her books, and that one I've read. This one, The Do-Over, and Better Than the Movies. And Better Than the Movies is still my favorite.
Okay.
But that's because of the film, like the film stuff, like the little it's so cute.
Yeah, so, I mean, I guess we could just start with, like, what this book is about.
Sorry, I forgot about the playlist at the end.
Oh, yes.
Did you end up listening to it?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I was reading other books while reading this one, so I was like, okay, on to the next.
Okay, I have some notes so that we don't ramble.
Thank you.
So, yes, we're reading this book. Okay, let's give a little summary of the book for people who maybe are watching the video and haven't read it.
So, it...
Don't... Try to do it in like a 2-sentence synopsis.
Oh shit. Okay, so it is between Charlie, who is the main guy character, and Bailey, who is
High schoolers.
Yes, it is. It takes place in their senior year of high school.
This is YA, just to preface. This
Yes.
is YA.
Yeah, and that's one thing I should have kept in mind in the beginning. But with that being said,
You didn't know? I told you that.
Yes, but like I don't know. I think of what, like young adult. I'm a young adult, but then in the book world, young adult is like a young teenager. So that's why I tend to
Yeah.
Okay, but anyway, okay. So this takes place during the Bailey's and Charlie's senior year of high school, and they place Charlie places a bet with Bailey, saying that girls and guys.
Oh, it's not really a bet, but yeah.
But betting on you, yes, it is a bet.
No, but like that's
an hour.
Wait, go back. Okay,
no,
they place a bet. Their whole thing is that he says guys and girls can't be friends.
Just friends, yes.
But it's not like a bet.
No, but
the bet comes in later with like 2 other characters.
No. But I'm saying Charlie is telling Charlie and her. Oh well, yes, but like now I'm confused.
Yeah, there's no bet. Okay.
Not between them. Now I'm
okay. Let's.
Can I just like? Can I see the tropes? Like that's what
Low-key,
it is.
this book gets a little deep. Like for me, it got a little deep because I can relate to it in certain aspects. Mm-hmm. But basically, they meet when they're like 15 on a flight home because Bailey's parents are getting divorced and Charlie's are already divorced. And they bond on that. Mm-hmm. And then they see each other again a year later at a movie theater when they're both already in couples. And then they meet again a year after when they're seniors because they both applied for like the same job or like at the same hotel. And they're now broken up.
It's giving Epic Universe New Hotel.
Literally, that's what I was thinking. And then literally the names too.
Everything.
And it was giving. And basically they've already broken up with those people that they saw each other with at the movie theater. And then from there they kind of like become friends, but he claims that guys and girls can't be friends. It's a long book.
It is.
A lot of stuff happens.
A lot of stuff. So it's okay.
That's the premise.
If I were to say it in like TikTok terms of like the trope of this movie, it is basically haters to
this movie.
Of this book, haters to friends to fake dating to lovers. That's basically what it is.
With a weird third act breakup, which I'm not a fan of.
Anyway,
I don't really. To me, though, it didn't count as a breakup. Anyways.
Anyway, so
we can kind of go through.
Let's just go through
the plot is long.
It's a long book for it to be YA, and let me just say this.
It was easy read though.
It was very digestible. I do enjoy her writing style. Very simple.
Yeah,
straight to the point. Nothing elaborate, which makes sense in this context of a book. It's dual point of view. I love it. I love it. Is dual point of view.
But I will say that like. It's mostly Bailey, which, by the way, I do not fuck with. Why is her name Bay? I don't like that the nickname is Bay. So he's like, hey, Bay. Anyways, but it's dual point of view, but I would say, like, Bailey is mostly, like,
most prominent.
The main narrator. Like, we only get Charlie's insights when
he does something.
It's kind of, like, perfect. We get insights to him when we kind of want them.
Yes!
Yeah.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah. So, and they're usually really short. Like, his chapters are, like, not even 3 pages long,
which I kind of like. It's like
it's like a little.
No, not only that. It's kind of like how a guy thinks. He's not thinking as like it's not in a bad way. Not a bad way.
They're not thinking much.
They're not thinking. No, they don't. What's it called? Like how do I explain this?
This shit is so heavy that I can't hold it any other way but that way. Sorry, guys.
No, but it's like when it comes to Charlie and his specific character, he does not think elaborate thoughts. He's just like straight to the point. He's like, oh my god. X, Y, and Z. Like it's I don't you know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't need to be more than a few pages.
You're right.
In this situation.
Well, we can get into the characters. We'll start with Charlie. Mm-hmm. He's very witty. He's very sarcastic.
Very.
He has like this boyish charm.
Yes.
That like, you know, even Bailey says it when she first meets him, like she hates him, like she hates how snarky he is and everything. But she kinda likes it.
Yeah.
And then Bailey. I can't
just
with
Bailey.
Bay.
It's Bailey. I don't know.
Okay.
It's Bailey.
Bailey. How would you describe Bailey?
I would say she's very awkward. I think she's an awkward queen, but she knows how to like talk smart. Back. Like she's
also kind of witty.
No, exactly. Yeah. I think she's witty. how do I say it? It's not OCD, but like she has her quirks.
She has quirks,
and
yes,
I love that.
I love that. I like that.
So
yes, me too. I like that. That was like a point of kind of how their relationship grew. Is like him remembering her quirks and her feeling no judgment from him about the quirks.
She's confident and she's secure in herself at a young age, like around 15.
She has this thing about like the popcorn has to be half
and half, but given to her
the Coke, half Coke, half diet. Yeah.
Which like I you know what? That's okay a vibe. Because, like, pure Diet Pepsi and Diet Pepsi alone is a little sugary. But then Diet Pepsi, like, I don't know if I like the flavor. But when you mix it, it's, like, the perfect amount of sugar.
Try it next time.
I will try it. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Okay.
But, yeah, I love that she has little quirks, like you're saying. Mm-hmm. And then we have Charlie and Bailey, which are the main characters. But she has a best friend, and her name is Niseka.
Niseka.
Is it Niseka? I wrote it down, guys. When I first read it, it took me a while. Yeah, Niseka. And then there's a fourth person. His name is Theo, which they meet at
the hotel
on their first training day, and he is an old friend of Niseka's from like private school or something.
Yes,
right?
They know each other.
That's where kind of the name comes from, like the betting on you, because there is a bet, but it's between them, but it's about Niseka and Theo.
Yeah. So Charlie and Bailey, after so many years of like seeing them off and on, just because of the random encounters, now they finally like, okay, we're gonna be seeing each other frequently, and then Charlie notices that Niseka and Theo are acting very
flirty.
Very, very flirty.
Oh, and Niseka has a boyfriend.
She has a boyfriend.
A long-term boyfriend that she's very in love with, apparently.
Yes, that's according to Bailey.
Yes.
And then Charlie's saying, like, look, Bailey, I'm proving to you right now in front of us, like our coworkers, they cannot just be friends. Look at the way Theo flirts and Niseka's flirting back. And Bailey's like, girl, like, it's not that serious. She has a boyfriend. Like, she's very much in love with them. Which is, like, that's a good, like, she's defending Niseka because
her friend,
because she knows her friend.
She trusts her friend, exactly.
And once again, she's trying to tell Charlie, like, it's not that serious.
But Charlie places this down in her mind, so they basically, he says, well, I give it, I think it was like 30 days or something.
Yeah.
Right? Something like a month, that they'll hook up. Basically is what he says, and she says, well, I don't think they will, and then that's where it starts. And then from there they start like texting more, and this is my thing, right? You could tell from the beginning that Charlie likes her, because why is he always obvious. He's the one who initiates
everything,
the phone numbers, he's the one who initiates social media, he's the one who's always like, oh, let me go over to your house, he's the one who's initiating
he's very persistent in the friendship, which I think that it's
not the French. They're not friends.
Oh, you're right. They're not friends. They do not like each other.
He always calls her co-worker, not friends.
Oh, and one thing that Bailey frequently like points out in the book. Oh, he specifically said coworkers. But yeah, I think that putting those little things in, like, even in the beginning of the book, really shows like Charlie's character in that sense. It's like he wasn't acting like that with Nesca. He wasn't acting Nesca? Neseka? Or is it
Nesquik?
I'm mad.
Niseka.
That was not a fart, yo. That was squeaky chair.
Just find her name in the beginning. I'm trying. More towards it's like when they get the job.
Nebraska.
There's also Niseka. Have her wait.
And when she first meets Charlie at the airport, she's calls moving from no. She calls him Mr. Nothing.
So to her, he calls her openly Glasses. But she internally calls him Mr. Nothing, which he doesn't find out about until the very end, which I think is cute. Look. Nekesa. Sorry, y'all. Nekesa. Sorry.
Nick.
There's also
Nekesa. Okay.
All right. Nekesa. There's also a little subplot, like what we mentioned earlier, is that Bailey's going through her parents are going through a divorce when she first meets him. On the airplane, and Charlie's are already divorced, so they bond over that. He basically tells her, like, this is her life now, flying back and forth from Alaska, which is where she's from. Her dad lives. But that's also a plot of the story. Basically, they become close friends because both of their moms have boyfriends, like new relationships that they're stepping into, but they don't feel comfortable. Basically explaining to their moms that they don't like. Well, actually, Charlie's open about not liking the boyfriend, but Bailey isn't. So Charlie tries to teach her that, like, how to sabotage the relationship, this and that. Yeah. Even though she wants what's best for her mom, she doesn't like this new boyfriend. What was his name?
Robert.
No, it was not Robert.
Scott.
Close enough. I really liked that as a subplot of the book, like as a way for them to bond, like over the divorced parents thing, because I think it's something realistic. Yes. A lot of, people, like kids in high school go through like parents being divorced, and then also having to deal with a new relationship, new boyfriend or girlfriend of their parent, and then them living with them.
Yeah, I think specifically how that was laid out, like overall, before we go into the details, I think that's one thing I do give props to the author. It is genuinely realistic.
Yeah, and it's not like a little thing that's thrown to the side that's mentioned once or twice. Like, it's intertwined within like their storyline as well, and you get to know a little bit about like the mom and like this is and that, and the boyfriend Scott, not Robert, Scott. Well, this is, are you okay?
Sorry, I'm good. Okay,
this is going into the relationships of the book. So we have the relationship between Bailey and her mom, Charlie and Bailey, of course. Nekesa, Nesquik and Bailey, Theo and Nekesa, like a lot of relationships.
And Theo and Charlie.
They got beef. Did you think that there was any like underdeveloped relationships, like ones you would have wanted to see more, or just right? Like,
I mean, if I were to be extremely picky, I would say I would like to have seen Charlie interact with his mom a little more.
Yes.
Like, to see like what happens when he leaves Bailey,
his family.
Like just to see a little bit more of his character, to see how does his mom act. Is his mom a bitch? Is she not? Like, what about his siblings? Like, does he? I don't know if he has siblings.
He does have siblings. He has a sister.
He has a sister. So I think that would have been nice to see.
That's true.
But that's just being extremely nitpicky. But I think overall,
what we do get, I think, is like kind of enough to get like
a perspective
who he is. Also, this man pops Tums like it's no tomorrow.
Which, okay, hear me out. I think that is
it's due to his stress, right? Or
it's due to his stress, but I think that's
he gets a lot of heartburn.
But I think that's so not cute. That's not cute to be about. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a quirk that, like, us at our age, like, we get heartburn and stuff. So when he's
at our age, like, we're old.
No, that's not a bad thing.
Heartburn.
No, that's not bad. Oh, I think that's what it is. It's like, did we ever find out, like, when he started? We just know that it's been a part of him.
Just popping Tums. There's like a conversation at the beginning of the book, like near the beginning of the book, with his mom, where she tells him like, "Oh, you're still like taking the Tums," and he's like, "Yeah, like they just help with the relief or whatever." And she tells him that like
it's anxiety, y'all.
Yeah. No. That's what she basically says it is, which we love that she supports mental health.
Yeah.
But she basically tells him that she should get, go talk to somebody or something, and he kind of like pops the Tums as a way to relief. Oh, and then there's so much happening in this book.
Okay.
Charlie and Bailey both still kind of have a thing for their exes.
Okay, because so remember, we have to do this in the timeline.
And they bond over that.
We have to do this in the timeline. So they first meet on an airplane, they're 15. Then they meet again their junior year at the movie theater. They're both taken. Mm-hmm. Bailey recognizes Charlie and she's like, "Oh wow, like that's him."
There's that fake ass dude.
There's Mr. Nothing, Mr. Nobody. Who the hell is that? Mm-hmm. Anyway.
But he looked good.
But he looked good.
That's what she says.
But he looked good. So then right now we're seeing Bailey with her boyfriend and they're describing their relationship and it's really cute and everything's fine. But Charlie's like on her mind. She's like, wait, he has a girlfriend and stuff. Okay, interesting. Another year goes by. Now they are in their senior year and they're starting their job together at the hotel. She recognizes him, but with Miss Nesquik, they start. I won't be
Nekesa.
I don't know why.
Nekesa.
You know why? Because I thought when I first read it too fast. I said Nessa. That's my fault. Nekesa. Her and Nekesa, they start this job together. Nekesa is her best friend. So Bailey recognizes Charlie. She's like, "Oh my god, there's no way that he's also at my job with me together. That's insane coincidence." So now her and Bailey talk to Nekesa, and she's like, "Ignore the guy coming over. I don't know what he's doing, but he's gonna be coming over." And she's like, "Oh my god, wait, he's gonna hear, who's that?" And then I think he calls her glasses. He's like, "Oh shit, he noticed me." And that's when they finally officially they become co-workers, and
because they get put in the same group or something.
Same department.
They work front desk.
They work front desk, which is whatever. At like 17 is crazy, but. So now we get introduced to Theo. Theo's also
one who's the old friend of Nekesa. Yeah.
And then they're all like interacting and stuff, and that's when the first bet is made, which is between Charlie and Bailey. And then time goes on, and I forgot like kind of what happens after
It's just a lot of like what's it called? Charlie and Bailey explaining their parents' situation, the whole thing, and then Charlie comes over a couple times and messes with the boyfriend. And the boyfriend doesn't like the mom's boyfriend doesn't like Charlie and this and that. And then basically all this unravels into going on a trip to Colorado, like to go skiing that Bailey's mom's boyfriend planned for the three of them.
Yeah.
But she wants to bring a friend. So she asked if she can bring Nikessa, but then last minute Nikessa can't because she gets grounded. And they're like, "Oh, you should bring Charlie to piss off the boyfriend." The boyfriend.
They were in a group chat. And Nikessa on FaceTime, she was saying, I think it was on FaceTime or on a text, I forgot. She was like,
also a lot of texting. We'll talk about the writing style in a second.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now, Nikessa tells Bailey like, "Okay, like, why don't you bring Charlie?" And she's like, "You're crazy. You're psychotic." By the prior interactions Charlie had with Scott, that's not gonna go well. Like, Scott's gonna be very upset.
Like, they know they won't like it, and then on top of that, she's like, "You guys should fake date.
You guys should, right?" So, so to piss, Charlie suggests a plan, to Bailey, like, in order to piss off Scott more, like, let's just fake date. Like, it's not that serious, and it's gonna that's gonna make him so upset with me annoying him that he's gonna want to never come over again. And that is such a minor detail that I think is very, very important. Bailey wants them to not be together. Like, she does not want that because she wants to just be with her mom.
But she doesn't want them to be together. She just doesn't want him to live there, move in, like, disrupt their relationship.
Yes, but Charlie doesn't, like, he doesn't suggest, like, let hell break loose and make them not be together anymore. He's just forcing that space to he's helping Bailey have that space to just be Bailey and her mom.
So, I mean, at one point, Charlie says, like, it's okay to like him because he is a nice guy. Like, he never really shows any intentions, like, that we see through Bailey's eyes that he's, like, a bad person.
Exactly. So, now, after, let's do the fake dating and stuff. Okay, fine.
They go to Colorado.
But Scott and Bailey's mom doesn't know. Like, they don't know that Charlie is coming, which they also road trip.
Her name's Emily. Sorry.
Is that her name?
I was like, you keep calling her Bailey's mom, but yeah, her name's Emily.
Emily. So, now they're driving to Colorado, and it's a cute road trip scene. I like it. Yeah. And
we find out that he's a germaphobe.
Yes, the germaphobe, but also we completely forgot the house party.
Sorry. Okay, so in between the training, when they meet at the hotel and the Colorado trip, he asks Charlie asked let me go quick. Charlie asked Bailey to be his date to a house party with a bunch of his friends because his ex is going to be there with her new boyfriend, and he doesn't want to look like a loner or a loser. So Bailey says yes. Because
when they meet at the hotel, Bailey asks, like, "Oh, like, how's your girlfriend and stuff from the movie?" This was a year ago memory.
Yeah, but they broken up.
Yeah, so then they're like, "Oh, then that's also what they're bonding over. They both are missing their exes." So then now,
yes, exactly. So then she says yes to the party. They go to the party. Mm-hmm. She meets his friends. Blah blah blah. And they basically have a good time, and then the ex-girlfriend shows up, and he shuts down. He gets weird, and then they leave, basically. And they sing a lot of Taylor Swift. She sings All Too Well 10.
Which is at a karaoke.
We will talk about that.
So, yes, okay, flash forward. We're in Colorado. And they get there. The mom's upset. Emily is upset. She should be. If I did that shit.
You know what I like that the mom mentions? You could have called me, you could have texted me, like, don't act like this, you had no way to tell me, which is so real, because if this was set, obviously, before phones, this is, like, an excuse you can make up, but in our modern setting, you can't make that up, because, you can call and text.
Yeah, and based on Emily and Bailey's relationship, it doesn't seem like, once again, this is really starting to show, like, Bailey acting out of character.
They're super Lorelai and Rory. I know you haven't seen Gilmore Girls, but they're super Lorelai and Rory. They have that kind of, like, good connection where they seem like they're not just mother-daughter, they're friends.
They're friends. Oh my god, does he have a big burp?
Get her a Tums.
No, deadass, yo. I got Tums too. But what was I gonna say? So yes, they get there, and then Scott's like, "Oh shit, like, okay, like, we can't do anything about it. We'll just. But you guys gotta keep your distance, keep the PDA on the low, like, hello, like."
Well, they didn't know they were dating.
No, they were.
No, they didn't know they were dating when they first got there. Then they see them kissing in the kitchen, and they're like, "When did this happen?"
Is it that?
Yes.
I thought it was, because when he first comes over to her house, he's like, "Oh, that's just my friend."
Yeah. Okay, no, when they get to Colorado,
that's when they make it official.
They start fake dating, but they don't. The parents don't know that until the next morning when they kiss in the kitchen.
Yes.
But they're not supposed to.
And apparently, he's a chef.
Now, like any movie or any trope, who's a chef?
Charlie's a chef.
Oh, what? Yeah. So, like any movie or trope, we have to get them in the same room, because right now she's sleeping in a room upstairs and he's down on the sofa bed. So, in the middle of the night, a goose flies through Bailey's window and breaks it, and Scott has to fight it off and blah, blah, blah. So now there's a big hole in her window, and now she has, so she can't sleep out there because it's cold. So now she has to sleep downstairs with Charlie in the living room. Ooh, whatever.
Oh, that sucks.
They stay up the first night talking, blah, 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 watching TV. Cool. The next day, they do a couple things around there. He finds a cat in the tree.
Yeah.
And then that night, this is literally as smutty as it gets, and it's no smut because it's YA. That night, they start talking about their parents, and she starts talking about her dad, and then she starts crying, and he gets on the sofa bed with her, and they start cuddling.
He was sleeping on the floor.
By this point, they've also like kissed a couple times to like for the the fake dating of it all, and they both really like it. They're turned on, I guess.
They are. They're like, wow.
The way they're describing it, and you can tell Charlie's starting to have feelings from his point of POVs, and Bailey is too. Mm-hmm. And then the sofa bed thing happens, and it gets a little intense. They start making out, blah, blah, blah. But then they hear the boyfriend coming down the stairs, so he jumps off, and they ignore it.
Nothing happened. That's it. They were sleeping the whole time. Next morning
is when they leave.
Is when they leave, yeah.
They go back, and then so much shit goes down. There's like, what was it?
I don't...
What was that? Oh, the boyfriend, the Bailey and her mom go to get pizza, and then Emily's boyfriend joins. No, Emily's boyfriend joins Scott and proposes to her right in front of Bailey in a pizza parlor.
I'm mad as fuck.
Yeah, that would. She said yes.
Why not Colorado? He had the chance.
Bailey gets super upset, sad, and calls Charlie, and Charlie cancels a party to be with her. And then that night, she spends the night at his house watching movies and this and that, and it gets a little raunchy as well. They kiss, but then he stops her because he's like, "You're vulnerable. I'm not gonna have SEX.
I cannot have SEX with you when you're in this state of mind, which
exactly.
is tea.
He cannot bed you right now, and then that happens. Blah blah blah. Next morning, she wakes up. He's not there.
He
leaves a note saying, let yourself out.
Let me tell you.
That's what he says. He says, left early, let yourself out.
That would piss me off. Like, not even like a text or a call or anything. Like, it just, being in Bailey's mind right now, like, I was just bawling my eyes out with you. And mind you, not like he has priorities.
Kissed and we got intimate, and then
mind you, they didn't even have sex or nothing. Like she was just so incredibly vulnerable, and an extreme moment of her life happened. Like, oh my god, my mom is getting married, and I don't want to lose my relationship with my mom, and just everything. And he was genuinely
messy.
He was being such an incredible good friend. Like
he was. He
canceled that party, offered her to come over, gave her food, like was being there for her as a true friend. And I think that's when they actually realized, like,
what I like about the book too. Is like they show that there's like, obviously they have the feelings for each other, but there's like that genuine friendship that they care about each other within it. Because like that's something that like you're thinking like, oh, why doesn't she call Nikessa about that? She immediately goes to Charlie because she knows Charlie will understand because he has been through probably a similar thing. It's nice. But anyways, he goes to her. She texts him. He doesn't answer. She goes to work.
I would destroy the place. I would wreak havoc.
She goes to work, and they're supposed to be working the same shift together, and he switched it. He's ignoring her, basically. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, at this point, Nikessa confesses to Bailey that she kissed Theo, or Theo kissed her, and she told her boyfriend, and then her boyfriend broke up with her, right?
Wait, I forgot. Why did Nikessa get mad at Bailey?
This is later, because she finds out about the bet.
Yeah,
that's later, though.
Sorry, I forgot. I feel like everything happens in like 1 week. Okay.
And she confides in her, whatever, and then they're like, well, we should go out. One of their friends invites them to a karaoke place or something for her birthday. So they're like, let's go out, whatever. When they get there, Theo is also there and Charlie is also there. After like a few days of Charlie ghosting Bailey, and obviously Nikessa doesn't want to see Theo, blah, blah, blah. They get there and Charlie's trying to act like nothing happened. And
yes, like now he's not ignoring her anymore. Now he's like, oh, like, have you been glasses or whatever?
Yeah,
like,
trying to be his smirky, whatever, witty self. And then she's like, fine, whatever. But then he starts singing a song that they like really like on karaoke and invites her up, and she gets pissed and storms out. He chases after her, and then hell breaks loose. that's when
breaks loose.
they start
The water
arguing.
broke,
the dam gone.
Destroyed.
They basically start arguing, this and that, how could you ignore me, blah, blah. And then he said, well, guys and girls can't be friends. And then starts talking. And then he's like, well, I was right. Nikessa and Theo hooked up. I win the bet. Guess who's standing? You know, classic.
Behind.
You think camera, and then it pans. Who's standing behind? Who's standing behind?
Nikessa and Theo.
Well, Nikessa first is what we read.
And then
yeah,
Theo comes out.
Nikessa. And Nikessa's like, what?
Blackout scene.
Baby, what? What do you mean? You bet on me. Whatever. And then Theo goes, Charlie likes betting. Charlie really likes betting. Betting, I'm dead. And then they all find out about their bets. Nikessa gets pissed at Bailey. Bailey's pissed at Charlie.
And then...
Oh, wait. The bet. Sorry, the bet.
The bet. And then we find out in that moment when Theo opens his big-ass mouth, Theo also likes to bet, too. Bailey's like, bet what? And he's like, bet on you. He was betting to get... That him and I made a bet that he would get with you.
Betting on you. No.
Betting on you, dead ass. And then she was like...
She was like, what? 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 her what's it called? Her inner demon.
No, but I think she evaporated from the anger.
She was pissed.
She was so upset.
And then obviously Nikessa is pissed at her as well because like how could she do that? And then blah blah blah. Hell breaks loose. They all go home. Is like a week passes and they try to reconcile. Bailey makes up with Nikessa at work and basically tells her like that she's really sorry, she shouldn't have done that, but she was betting on her, like that she wouldn't do that, and then Nikessa basically forgives her, whatever.
And she's like, yes, like her and Theo, like they've been like talking and stuff. Like, really? No,
she don't fuck with Theo. He's annoying. I don't like him.
I don't like Theo, but
I literally picture him as like wearing a stupid polo with his collar popped and khaki shorts.
Yes.
Like I know he looked like that.
Ew. No, but I thought they were. I know she stops talking to him, but I think.
She starts talking to him. She makes up with her boyfriend. She gets back with her boyfriend. Yeah. On homecoming night.
Her ex,
on homecoming. So Nikessa and Bailey decide to go to homecoming together because Charlie was supposed to go with her, but Charlie was supposed to go with her, but we're mad at Charlie, right? And Bailey's ignoring his sex. And then they go to dinner, blah blah blah, and Nikessa sees her ex-boyfriend there. And he basically, like, does this big grand gesture of, like, I'm sorry, like, take me back. I overreacted. And they get back together, and Bailey's, like, third wheeling now.
Yeah.
They go to the dance, and then...
Her ex goes up to her.
Her ex, yes, goes up to her and basically tells her she looks pretty and that they should talk more, and that's it. And then she finds out that he broke up with his girlfriend because he's dating someone else. But she doesn't feel any type of way. She's not affected. She thought she wanted him back all this time. But she doesn't feel like that. She's too sad about who?
Charlie.
So we're leaving the dance, and who's conveniently outside of the door?
No. She chooses to leave. She's like, you know what? I want to go home. Like, I don't want to be here. Like, I'm happy for my friend. Like, they got back together. I don't want
to be here no more. So she calls an Uber.
No, so she calls an Uber. So she goes out, and she's hearing this ruckus of, like, someone screaming, like, let me in and all this shit. And we're like, what? She's like, what the fuck?
Mind you, they go to different schools.
Different schools. She's like, what the fuck? And there's the security guard. No, you cannot come in here. You cannot come in here. Da-da-da-da. And then she's like, what is going on? She speaks. Is Charlie there? Charlie, what are you doing at this dance? Like, you don't go to this school.
I'm here for you.
No, whatever.
And guess what's in his pocket?
The fuck ass
his cat. His cat.
His cat. His fuck ass
cat. Anyways, let's try to sum it up. His cat's there. Blah blah blah. They make up. She realizes he consoled her the night, and he stopped his party to be with her. Blah blah. They get back together happily ever after.
The end. Okay. Also, I just remember, like, there's so many subplots, but they all, like, intertwine perfectly.
We can't. It's too long.
But one of the subplots is that Charlie is talking to Bailey about, like, missing his ex to an extent. Like, he still, like, cares for her. He told her that they still text and stuff. And he's basically lying to himself, like, no, I don't. It's not even lying. It's like, he doesn't know how to feel.
Yeah, he doesn't know if she's still trying to lead him on because she has a new boyfriend, or if she's being friendly, like in a mean way, or being friendly because she still wants him in his life.
Yeah, and then Bailey's also feeling the same way before seeing her ex at the dance. It's like, oh, like I'm still hung up on him. Like
Right.
genuinely I am still hung up on him. But anyway, that was just one of the side plots. And the cat itself is a side plot because
he climbs a tree for it.
He climbs a tree for it, and that's also one thing that kept them like connected was because
they shared a cat. Yeah,
they shared the cat because it was always at Bailey's place.
Because her mom, Charlie's mom, wasn't accepting it or something.
Yeah. Oh wait, you want to? That just reminded me like one of the FaceTime calls that they had.
Okay, let's move. Let's move on. Let's move on to the writing style. Basically, let's move on to the.
Okay,
that's the plot, guys. Sorry, so long. We will script this better next time, but. That's the plot. That's how we feel about the characters, about the relationships, everything. Let's get to the writing style, which I thought was very modern and very like of this time. Like if a Victorian child read this,
they would be so confused.
They would be confused. There's a lot of like texting, which like parts of it are like in bold, like when they're texting. There's a lot of FaceTiming conversations, like a lot.
I know. Okay. One of the FaceTimes that I remember the most is I think I don't know if they were planning something, but he was like, oh, I think I'm gonna change or something, and like she sees him,
his abs.
She sees it.
She's like, I didn't know he was fit.
I didn't know he was like he's a chiseled.
I will say
that's so
one thing
cute.
I like about the writing style. I didn't cringe that much.
No, because it felt.
There's only a few things I cringed at, but that has nothing to do with like the romance plot.
What I cringed.
This author, I love that she includes like this is what I loved a lot about Better Than the Movies is that she includes a lot of like callbacks to like popular movies or popular shows or just pop culture in general, like artists, this and that. This author seems to really like the pop girls. So like Taylor Swift is mentioned in this a few times. You know, there's a couple throwaway lines like, are you ready for it? They sing All Too Well 10, stuff like that. So also a fun fact, all these books have playlists at the end, which are really cool. And Taylor Swift is on here. But that's like part of her writing style is like they make a lot of like modern jokes. So some of them were like kind of like, okay, that's enough. Like there's one where Charlie's like, I was thinking to myself, like Taylor Swift would say, are you ready for it? He wouldn't.
Oh, wait, the second one.
And like it wasn't really mentioned like till like almost 200, 300 pages in that he apparently listens. His top artists are Conan Gray and Gracie Abrams. Wait, who was it? Conan Gray and...
I just like Conan Gray and I was like...
Wait, was it Gracie Abrams? There was two. But Conan Gray...
No! Charlie would not be listening to Conan Gray. The closest,
maybe.
No, he wouldn't. The closest thing I would maybe would see Noah Khan.
How does he relate? Conan is talking about other men.
Yeah. No, but based on Charlie's personality alone, like it doesn't seem like he's a pop guy.
Yeah, and he like knows knew All Too Well 10 when they were singing it and stuff. I'm like, that may be because it's a popular song. I like that he's obviously confident in his sexuality.
Yeah.
In that sense, like, you know.
But he's not like, you know what, I'm gonna listen to Conan Gray.
My last straw was the Conan Gray thing. What do you mean his top artist is Conan Gray? Like, I need to find that because it's actually, I should have marked it. I mean, let's give our overall rating. Or do you want to say anything else about the writing style? Like, is there anything...
Oh, it wasn't not writing style, but I also liked it's just the little things, guys. I'm sorry, that's what I love about books. It's always the minor details. But okay, the way that the author was dressing Charlie, what the fuck you wearing? What do you mean to a house party? He's wearing a plaid button down with jeans and I don't know what fuck ass shoes. Charlie wouldn't wear that, in my perspective.
How do you know Charlie wouldn't wear that?
Because based on his personality, like it doesn't. You're making the Midwest look bad. That's what I'm saying. It's like I'm sorry.
Yeah, they are in the Midwest.
They're in the Midwest, but yeah, like I could see him like wearing like this what's on the cover, but no plaid. He doesn't wear pattern. Okay, that pissed me off a little bit. I like how how she always wore like a specific shirt. And also, that's another thing. Charlie told her to wear like a specific sweater or something.
He's like, you look good in that sweater or something. She was like,
sweater.
And then she wore it.
Guys, it's a sweater. Like,
yeah, those little details are nice too. Like seeing what they're wearing, this and that, because it gives you like I'm a person who likes to picture people. Like I always picture some sort of actor, actress in my head when I'm reading a book, because like that's just how I connect with them. Like with this, obviously there's little interpretations, but with like like with A Court of Thorns and Roses, I had to like picture somebody in my head for these people.
I myself, I don't picture an actor unless I'm like, unless I read on like a fan cast. I'm like, okay, I can see it, but like I don't do my research when it comes to that stuff because I really like to imagine. I unfortunately I literally like draw up someone. Like I don't like I mishmash a bunch of characteristics.
That's valid too. A lot of people do that, but for me, it's easier to like pick an actor, actress, or just somebody who's like famous because I know the way they act and move and this and that. So like when I'm reading it, I like can pinpoint their personality like to that. I don't know, or like the personality I think they might have. Like that's why I said when we did It Ends With Us that I thought Ryle was like Matt Smith. Like he gave me that vibe. Anyways. But I would say I gave it on my rating on Goodreads a 3.5. I mean, it doesn't let us do 0.5, but
that's the thing I don't like about Goodreads. Do the 0.5s. The 0.5s do me
they're
a
out
lot.
of they're out
so
of date.
I agree. It's a 3.5.
Like a 3.75. Like I really enjoyed it. I feel like it's a book that you can literally read in a day. It is kind of long, but like
if you have nothing to do,
easy.
it's so digestible.
It's so easy to go through and so digestible for sure.
I was telling a bunch of my coworkers and my friends, it's like if you're in a book slump or you want to just pick up reading again in general, this is a great place to start. It's very fun, very simple, straight to the point.
Cute, like you know where it's going, but there's a couple twists and turns that get you.
Yeah.
I don't know if it could have been shorter in some areas. I think everything is like
it's perfect.
Well developed. There's not really any like.
I don't. There was no filler. There was no filler points in my perspective.
But yeah, it's a great book. But at like 3.5, 3.75 my favorite book from her is better than the movies. I'm gonna read the second book. I haven't read it yet. It's on my my shelf to read.
And that's one thing I wanted to say. We will not be giving out our Goodreads just because we like to give a sense of like privacy to us and just to our friends and family. Sorry if y'all wanted it. It's really not that serious, y'all.
You can see our ratings on our Instagram. We're gonna put it on the
we're gonna showcase like books and stuff that we read.
We will do that for this one.
Yeah, for this one for sure. But that's also another thing. If you all find our letterbox, go ahead and follow it. But I will not be sharing it. It is what it is.
But it's okay. But yep, I thought it was a good book.
Yeah, good book. Great way to start off the year for sure.
Now, fun little segment, like not like we talked already so much, but I thought it would be fun since that we love movies, we love TV, we love fan casting. So I was like, if they gave this to you to read and they said, okay, write a script for it. Is it a movie or a TV show? Or is it a short film? Definitely not. And then cast the two leads. Who, obviously people that already exist, who would you cast? And would it be a movie or TV show?
Okay,
first?
I could definitely.
For me, it's a movie.
I was about to say I could see a movie. Honestly, pushing 2 hours. I don't think an hour 30 is enough time.
You don't think you could fit it in an hour 30?
I don't think so. Just because I'm just trying to think like.
There could be a couple things you could cut.
Because when I read when I'm reading it and then I'm like, okay, if I were to adapt this to a script, you're cutting maybe like 30 to 40 pages, and that's still a lot of fucking pages. Like it's
maybe pushing 2 hours.
Maybe pushing 2 hours because of there's a lot of alone time with Bailey. I feel like that's what it is. And
it depends on the way you want to narratively tell it. Do you want her inner dialogue?
That's a good point.
Yeah. So anyways, movie. Okay. I think it would be a movie.
It would be a movie.
Who do you see?
Oh, this is PG-13 with all the fucking words. Fuck.
Well, I feel like my script I would cut.
It would be R.
No, for my script I would cut the fuck.
Freak. What the freak?
No, just no fucks. Like what the heck? Like stuff like that. There's no need to be so
it would be rated
vulgar.
R.
There's no need to be so vulgar.
It would be rated R though.
It would, but like it really that rating would be kind of ridiculous because people go to if you're going to a rated R romance movie, it's for the sex. The sex. It's not for the ooh fuck. Like nobody cares.
No, but that's the funny part about movie ratings is like if you say more than one fuck, it's rated R.
No, they have one.
That's if you say more than one, which is ridiculous.
But
anyway, but yes, a movie.
I already know who I would cast as Bailey because she's freaking redhead. Stupid redhead is always.
But I don't picture her as a redhead. But I don't.
That's okay though for you. I'm saying for me, I picture Sadie Sink.
I was about to say
Sadie Sink, queen.
I was about to say that because she has a young face.
She does have a young face, or the way I can because she's not that age anymore, but. what's her face? Renesmee. Hello.
Oh wait, that's good.
The actress who plays her, like not the CGI baby thing, the actual actress when she's older, or when she's a kid.
I mean, if she still looks really, really young,
she does not. She's like 30 something now. But I'm saying like her at that age.
I kind of picture Olivia Rodrigo.
That would be good.
That would be good. I really like Olivia Rodrigo
that.
because she can hone in on that like awkward yet wittiness. I can see it. Olivia,
I like that. I like that.
I don't know about the outfits that they would do. They would do the Charlie. Okay, and for Charlie, I was thinking based on how they described him and based on like the characteristics on him.
Sorry.
I'm thinking of the guy from Red, White,
and Royal Blue.
Yeah, that guy.
He's a little too mature.
No, he's a little too
sexy.
He's
like he's like a little too old, like too mature looking.
No, he is.
I was thinking of I don't know if you ever watched it. I didn't watch it, but you know, Love Simon. There's Love Victor. You know the guy who plays Victor. Or with Haley.
Yes! Oh my god.
That's Charlie.
That's our Charlie.
What's his name? Look at the cast.
Oh my goodness. Oh wow.
Michael Cimino. But I'm talking about how he looks in Love Victor. Like that's how I picture him. He's 25. He can pass as an 18-year-old.
He could be my man for real. Oh my god. But I don't know.
But yeah, he's giving me Charlie vibes. We'll put a picture up for you guys.
Wow. But like specifically how he looked like in Love Victor.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah. I feel like he would be I've only seen a couple clips from Love Victor, but he has like that wittiness, but the shyness to him that Charlie has.
Oh, I like it. Okay,
and he looks like him to me.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I like it. Okay, perfect. I love. That's so good.
So let's write a script, guys.
Come on, guys. Chop.
But yeah. This is a little good start to our book club.
So yes, let us know if you guys end up reading the book or give us book recommendations. When it comes to the book club, we're going to be reading new releases, and non-clearly Fourth Wing is not a new release. But anything and everything. I mean,
there is a new release.
There is a new release within the series. But yeah, so we're open to standalone or series. It is what it is.
And also, like, for the vibe of the year, like maybe later in the year when it's fall, do a scary book.
We could do a scary book.
A classic maybe that none of us have read. Like, I've never read The Shining.
It's a long book.
Have you read The Shining? No, it's not.
No, I thought it was long.
No.
I was like, I'm thinking of it.
Or reading a Stephen King. Yeah, girl, I'm not reading it. That is like 800 pages. Or reading a Stephen King book. Not it. Something else. You know, there's a lot we could do. So,
but that is all we have for today. Thank you guys for coming to our first episode of our
for Valentine's Day. But welcome to the book club.
The book club.
Hey.
The book club. Yeah.
Next is Fourth Wing. Stick around for that. Is that a long book?
I don't know. We'll find out. I think it's a bit longer than this.
No, yeah, this is also bigger, like the text. Yeah. But anyway. Thank you for joining us. Follow us on Instagram to keep up with what we're reading.
Yes. Alrighty, guys. See you guys in the next one. Bye bye.
Salute.